Welcome to another episode of Queens with Apiary. Bit of a, it's not sad, but a bit disappointing to come to inspect my 3 hives today, and this was the last one I done, the Nuc, which was the swarm that I caught. To see last week that they were, the queen was laying, and they were doing very well. Eggs and larvae shown, honey stores. To open them up this week and to find that the cat brood in there, obviously she's still laying and doing her thing, but no sign of any stores at all. I did sort of notice a sort of lot of activity at the entrance, and it looks like basically they've been robbed, which is quite a shame really, because they were sort of starting to come along. You can see there on that frame there's quite a lot of cat brood. The queen was spotted, she's there running around. I think I'll point her out in a minute. And as you can see up in the corners now, that was sort of capped honey up along the top edge in the corners last week to nothing there at all. I have been feeding these a little bit of sugar syrup, 1-to-1 sugar syrup, so it's not like they've not had nothing, but obviously it's an obvious sign that they've been robbed. So you can see there's a half a frame drawn out, nothing in it at all. Again, nothing on there. That's half sort of drawn. Bit of nectar in there. Bit of pollen. So basically, I thought, right, the hive 1, that's the one I thought was queenless, has now got eggs and brood, eggs and larvae in there, and loads of honey stores. So I thought I'll swap the frame over. As you can see, I've just taken an empty one out of the Nuc, and basically I just take a frame of honey out of this hive. They got plenty in there. It's pretty jam-packed with honey actually. I thought it was queenless, like I say, at one point, because they were just storing so much honey in there, and no sign of any brood at all, no eggs, larvae, but this week there was eggs and larvae in there. So I still haven't seen a queen, but obviously there's one in there because she's laying. So yeah, so I just draw this frame out. It was sort of half, sort of 3/4 filled up one side, and the other side was probably 3/4 with half of that capped, as you can see there, just over half. So so just take that one out and replace that one in there for them to carry on with, and hopefully, I say whether this is the right thing to do or not, I'm not too sure. Seems sort of logical. This is hive 1. They seem to be quite a strong colony now after the swarm, re-establishing itself. The queen's in there laying, and like I said, there's loads of stores in there, so I don't think they're going to miss a frame of honey going out of there. Obviously I'll keep my eyes on them over the next few days, weeks, make sure that not too sure about the June gap, whether that is part of the reason for the Nuc. I don't think it is. I think it is just purely robbing. So yeah, so shake the rest of the bees off of there, and as you see, it's quite a nice frame, and hopefully that'll keep the Nuc going with a bit of food until they can get themselves a bit better established and hopefully defend themselves. So the plan is I'll put this one in here now and reduce the entrance down to a small gap, and I sort of plan to come out later tonight, and I think I'm going to shut the hive up for 24 hours and put some sugar syrup in. I'm not going to do that now. As you can see, the feeder's empty. So that's what I did do. I came back out later tonight Chuck 2 litres of 1:1 sugar syrup in there, close the entrance up just onto the vent. But this is a few days or 2 days later. I've reopened them up again after 24 hours. As soon as I've done it, bang, they're back in there. You can see them up around the joint of the feeder. They're just sort of massing in. I've got a smallest entrance I can do. It's barely like, you know, one to 2 bee space going in there. Sort of a bit worried about blocking the entrance off too much, you know, because it's still quite warm. It is a mesh floor on there, so hopefully they'll be okay. But you can see there, I mean, it's the bees are very angry. A lot of, you know, intense buzzing, a lot of fighting going on, dead bees at the entrance. And I've also noticed what turns out to be wax. So it's the wax cappings off the capped honey, obviously dropping out through the mesh board, or bees are bringing it out, I'm not sure, but there's sort of like signs of that on the outside. Yeah, you can see there's 2 or 3 bees on the decking there that are having a tussle, pulling at each other. I'm not, you know, it's hard to determine who's who, who belongs in which hive. But you can see the entrance there. It's, you know, I don't think I can get it any smaller than that. Yeah, it's a bit of a sorry state, to be honest, and not sure what the next step would be now. There's a bit of a close-up now. They're sort of, you can say it's just chaos there. The noise levels are intense. There's a couple of bees there pulling on each other. I guess the one to the left is the robber. So they're trying to stop them, and you can see one there. She's obviously coming back in with some pollen on her legs, so they're still out foraging. See her just going in there now, look. So she gets in there anyway. But yeah, just absolute chaos. So we'll keep an eye on it and see what happens anyway, and I'll keep you updated. So hope you liked the video. Just a quick one. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you're not already, please click the subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.